Yeah, it's just it will take one more minute to stream live. Yeah, ma'am. We are live right now.
Yeah.
Hi, hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to LinkedIn Live with Dave. Before we go further, let me quickly start with a quick introduction. Hi, I am Dave. I represent the local government economic development authority of Fairfax County, Virginia, and I take care of India as a business location, helping home companies into the successful transition to the US. Well, apart from work, I often step out to travel, but since the restrictions are in place, my bucket list is constantly increasing. And I'm super active on LinkedIn. In fact, it's the second most used app on my phone after WhatsApp. Uh, as I had mentioned in my intro session, I'll be launching some interesting chapters here live, and one of which will be industry interviews. These industry interviews will obviously be information laden to provide a channel platform to support the community, business community, student community. But at the same time, I want this channel to be fun and interesting, and you'll obviously be, noticing elements of that through the session. For industry interviews one, episode one, I have a very special guest with me, straight away from my alma mater. Join me in welcoming Dr. Sangeeta Sahane, designating as Assistant Dean Placements, Area Coordinator, and Faculty for Soft Skills and Business Communications at ICFI Business School. Hello, Sangeeta ma'am. Welcome to episode one of the industry interviews. I am so happy to have you join us.
Thank you for having me, Dave, in fact. And since this is your first episode for this industry interviews, I would like to wish you all the very best for this venture. And this is, of course, a welcome step to build a greater industry academia connect. So thank you for having me.
Rightly said, ma'am. When this series was still at the concept stage, I kept thinking, that I should start this series where it all begins for corporate employee, which is a college essentially, the stage of education where we truly form the foundation of our future.
I totally agree with you. Dev, college is the place where most of the individuals learn not just to think on their own, act independently, and set goals for the future. In fact,
Right.
students for the first time are in a position to take control of the situation, their life, and plan their future and get corporate ready.
Rightly said, ma'am. So, I wanted to understand from your perspective, what do you think is the impact of this pandemic for college students, and also how do you think this affects their future?
Impact of coronavirus on college students.
Yeah.
Well, if you look from a distance, it would appear that life of a student has come to a standstill. The campuses have zero activity, the faculty is inactive. But then to get a real picture, you just need to talk to one of us, any of these stakeholders, and what you will realize is that everyone has been active. Maybe
Right.
not going out of the house, like you said, you are active on LinkedIn. So online is the approach that everyone is taking. So
Right.
you would realize that without losing much time, institutes, the all the stakeholders, we all started changing and moving towards the virtual platform.
Right.
So there, to answer your question, the impact as a soft skill trainer, I would say I have started looking at it very differently. We have seen that students have accepted the change, accepted the challenge, and moving from brick and mortar classes to virtual class with a lot of positivity. The
Right.
activities are there. All the activities that we used to take care earlier are still there. Attending sessions on virtual platform, giving presentations in teams, discussing cases, those Friday club activities that we hold at IBS, online exams, everything is going on as if there is no difference, or there was nothing required as such, as far as putting in an effort is concerned. And the best part is they're getting corporate ready, because in
Right.
the long run we are going to move towards this hybrid model wherein students might have to work from office or from home. So
Absolutely.
this is going to be a good exposure for them, and effect should be positive if students are with us, and most of the time they are.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And as someone who has involved, with the students so closely and having seen the impact of situation on them, what do you think, are say five key things that they need to keep in mind in order for them to notice the light at the end of the tunnel, as you mentioned?
Okay, so first and foremost, let me ensure the student community that there is bright light at the end of the tunnel. Throughout this period of lockdown, we have been getting glimpses that the corporate world has slowed down but not completely stopped thinking or hiring. So, five things like you said that should be kept in mind to become job ready. The first is that students should focus and work with perseverance on their growth pattern, both in area of hard and soft skills. Secondly, what is required is that the goal of any student should be to fully participate in all the extracurricular, co-curricular activities, curricular activities planned by the respective institutes, because there is experience. So if you look at IBS, we have planned it for them. So being there, attending everything and enjoying that journey is one of the important things. Thirdly, they should first research and pick up relevant internships during this course, which would help them to get jobs that they aspire for, right? And then, like you have seen, there are additional certifications that are happening. You don't require nowadays too much of money or some background study if you want to go into certifications for analytics, Power BI, Excel, advanced Excel. So these additional certifications are a must for these students if they want to appear for the interviews by the end of the tunnel, like you said. And last but not the least, they should remain updated. The students should understand and appreciate that the power of social media, the power of being there, creating presence, online presence, engaging with others. This is the right time to do that, because that is how they will be available, they will be seen by the industry people, and that will create the right kind of noise that needs to be created for individuals.
Absolutely true, ma'am. I was also wondering, and maybe you can throw some light on this matter. Since the lockdown period was latent for a major portion of people, how could they have or still can use their time better in order to be, preferred choice for hiring managers?
Okay, so definitely, when we see and when we look at how to use time better in order to be preferred choice of hiring managers, what needs to be done is that these students should, first of all, first step is to look for those sunshine sectors which will be coming up and which will be available to them in the near future. So if we start thinking about that, the four or five sectors that I can straight away come to is the information technology. The telecom industry is getting only getting better.
Yeah.
Healthcare industry is picking up, and it has picked up. Infrastructure, retail, e-commerce. So these are the sunshines industries for which students should start thinking and working towards. So once the research is done as to what these industries are, what are the industries which are likely to interest them, they cannot just think that there are jobs and they can just start applying. So they have to do a little bit of study, little bit of research. Second step is to start focusing on getting long or short term courses related to these industries, right? So one is that all those kind of IT kind of skills they need to increase. Analytics is another area they need to increase, but enrolling for courses related to the sectors is something they can do. A couple of courses are related to maybe artificial intelligence, machine learning, maybe data literacy is another area these students should start focusing on. Because what happens is, whenever these students are doing any sort of courses, they are enhancing their skills related to the particular sectors. Last but not the least, these students, while they are studying from home, should invest their time in strengthening their soft skills by pursuing hobbies, internships, volunteer experiences, and working for social causes. And of course, mock interviews and GDPIs should be part of their curriculum now. We at IBS, we start and we give them a lot of practice, but they should go to the industry experts, their friends, relatives, maybe corporate leaders, and practice a lot, because this is a time they might become stagnant otherwise.
Absolutely, sharing an anecdote from past, since I it was the placement season when I was in IBS Hyderabad, and the placement started. I got placed, and somehow, unfortunately, something unfortunate happened, and I was on bedridden like for like the whole year. So that time, I had this thought, now what can I do? What can I do to bring myself back to the race? So as you rightly mentioned, I did the research on certificates, and especially at this time, when online education has evolved, very much. I believe, students with the guidance from right mentors like you, from their, respective colleges, MBA colleges, and from the industry leaders, they can definitely catch up.
Right.
Uh, in addition, in today's time, ma'am, what are the attributes a student must possess in order to be considered at par or above the overall batch, as per you?
Okay, so before going to the attributes, Dev, I would like to help the students understand that what is the background most of them are coming from. See, in India, we our schooling, whenever we are into schools, you will agree with me, we are into a teacher-centric mode of studies most of the time, unless and until it's a public school where a lot of attention is paid to activities. What happens is most of us come from schools where teacher is like a sage on the stage giving a lecture and students are learning. So
Right.
so the attributes that the students need to possess most come from the area of soft skills. That needs to be a very, very strong area. And if I was looking at LinkedIn's most in demand 2020 list that had come up earlier in this year, and topping the list over there were creativity, collaboration, persuasive skills, adaptability, and emotional quotient. So all those people oriented skills that are required as attributes by the students. And these skills demonstrate that how you work with others and how you bring new ideas to the table. That is what LinkedIn this year came out with this list. But then post pandemic, I think we need to on our own also, students need to understand that we need to make a little bit of changes in this list. So if you start looking at our workplaces, they have changed. Students need to understand that these changes is something that is going to impact them also, and their studying from home has also added to their bringing in those changes. So couple of more areas that I think the attributes that students can start working on. One of the most important one is being tech savvy. They are very, very savvy when it comes to these apps that they are using, but then being professional, being able to use it for workplace is something they will have to learn. So it is the virtual etiquette which needs to be brought into them, their own regular lifestyle. Then data literacy is one area. What I've noticed is nowadays when we, as part of the placement team, when I look at the job descriptions that come in also, what happens is even for regular sales job, even for regular HR jobs, analytics has become an important part. So the job description itself would have some portion wherein they expect that the freshers should also have this data literacy. So researching skills, data literacy, and this automatically leads to critical thinking. So how do you make decisions once you have information with you? How exactly to make information that is important, and how to go into decision making skills based on these decisions, this data literacy, right? Again, you must have seen LinkedIn, or maybe the entire internet is full of digital and coding skills. Well, students should pay attention to this. I'm not saying they should have all these skills. They will have to intelligently pick and choose. But one thing they need to show, one attribute that is common to everyone, even in fact they've at my age and your age, learning ability,
Right.
showcasing that you have the ability to learn at this point of time is very, very important. That this is an attribute I think everyone should have with them.
Absolutely. I completely, resonate with that. And last but not the least, do you have any comment for Indian corporate houses, especially the one with the leaders from IBS Group? I, was going through this article a couple of days back, and I was surprised to see that, IBS has provided the highest number of entrepreneurs to the community. And so you have any specific message, any comment for those corporate houses with the leaders from IBS Group watching the live session with us
uh,
to help the whole community in terms of students looking to start their career after MBA?
When we speak about IBS leaders, we have almost a 50,000 plus community out there, and this includes national as well as international communities. So an amazing group of people, and I fully agree with you that this group means a lot to us. They are very precious to us, not just because and in fact you are one of them, Dev, not just because you have been with us, but also because you all have been guiding us, you all have been with us to handhold the student community from all our 9 campuses. So corporate world is fully aware that this is extremely important for students pursuing management courses, especially to acquire knowledge through experiential learning. What we say, that you tell me and I forget, you teach me, I might remember, but you involve me and I learn.
I'll
Right?
participate.
That is where our alumni community and anyone from the corporate world comes very, very handy for us. Although, let me tell you, we have our own case studies, that 14-week summer internship, which is our USP. We have series of guest lectures by industry experts. We also have 100% placement support. But everywhere we have our alumni standing behind us. And my request to the industry leaders, and especially to my own IBS community, IBS leaders, is to actively support the management institutes, especially IBS for that matter, in all these activities. And this will give a support to the students in their journey. And this is just a beginning. So this kind of hand holding to make them effective managers and getting their dream jobs. So that is what, Dev, I can say, that we would love to have more and more participation from our student alumni, and we would love to see them on various platforms that we have for them.
Thank you so much, ma'am. For the kind insights, and just to share, one sneak peek that in the lineup of guests ready for this series. I have one very renowned, very esteemed leader from IBIS Group itself. I'll be revealing the details, very soon. And thanks a lot for being part of our industry interview series. I'm sure our audiences really like listening to you. In case I receive some questions, some doubts, I'll run them by you before sending across a response. Yeah.
Sure,
Uh,
definitely. And thank you there for inviting me for this very first episode of Industry Interview Series. Wish you all the best in making the series a success. And wishing all our industry leaders, our IBS alumni, corporate partners, and of course, you, Dev, for a very happy future and happy and prosperous 2021. That is very important.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Same to you. Wish you a very happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And thanks to all the audience who will, who are listening to us, who will be listening to us, through this LinkedIn live session. And it was wonderful catching with you. And see you all very soon. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.